5 years old, why, time for school, my memories of church and of school, and that period of time, that long period of time, from the time I was 5 years old till the time I was 20 years old. What I would like to leave is your dad and your father. I'm not a scholar. I'm not an academic. I'm not a traditionally good student. But I am smart and can be dumb. What a contrast. I am very smart, but can be really dumb. Let's review that kind of contrast as I move into first school. Move into school, and I learned in reflection, did not really understand at the time, if the teacher cared about me, I responded to the class. I worked in the class. I did well in the class. But if the teacher didn't care, or I felt didn't care, I did nothing. For whatever reason, it seems like rather than being confident in who and what I was at that time, rather than being independent, for whatever reason, was dependent upon the environment. So therefore, I remember in classrooms in Garfield Elementary where didn't feel the teacher cared, I drew airplanes, paid no attention. Fighter airplanes, warring, tanks, no attention. Now in church, primary, teacher cares, I'm model student. Teacher doesn't care, there's a part of me that is an antagonist. And one could even say, what a spoiled kid, because I wasn't nice. I feel badly that I wasn't nice. But somehow I was influenced by how I felt they felt. This was strongly impressed upon me in my neighborhood. My mother and dad were able to move from the duplex that we lived in right next to my grandma on 13th East. They were able to purchase a home very close, 1339 Bryan Avenue, a neighborhood that had others my age that went to church, same Edgehill ward. And to impress the thing that I said at the very beginning, how important it is to individually believe and care for people, and the influence that people who believe and care for you, they can have. It's reciprocal. I believe and care in you. That's my responsibility, and oh, how I respond positively if you believe and care in me. So in that neighborhood, there was one yard and family, the Myers. And the Myers had a backyard that was big and provided a wonderful place to do the things that kids like to do. Balls and run and play. It was a wonderful backyard. Garrett was my age. And for whatever reason, I got in a fight with Garrett. And I beat him up. Mrs. Myers came to our door and told my mother and my father that if I ever set foot in that yard again, she'd call the police. I was not welcome to be in their yard, and I was not welcome to play with her boy. And what that meant was that that's where everybody played. That's where the neighborhood did their things. And it meant that I had to find friends on not Bryan Avenue, where I had been playing before, but with people a block away, Kensington. It meant that my next-door neighbor, who played in the Myers' backyard, I didn't play with him. Jerry Shea, Stanford Barsley, amazing. That woman, because she didn't care about me, people before things. Please, why don't fight with my boy. That's not the behavior that I want in our backyard. No, she took the position, don't ever step foot in my yard. I have determined people before things. How that changed my life. How that separated me from people that I really cared about. And so, in my neighborhood, in my church, how fortunate. I just cannot express the blessings that I had in primary. Mrs. Heilbut. Oh, Mrs. Heilbut. She cared. And I loved primary because of Mrs. Heilbut.